Without this kind of active, thriving collaboration between the users and the providers of the tool itself, no matter how capable it is not going to be anything more than just an expensive digital doorstop. Hi, I'm Ben Grant, and I run our professional services organization at Amperity. When you're looking at potential providers of customer data software, it's really important to think deeply about what kind of run state, long-term, post-implementation service engagement models they have to offer. There are a few things to keep in mind that are particular to this software category. One of them is that this kind of a tool sits in a unique place in your organization in that it is used for both strategy formulation and strategy execution. In other words, for a consumer business, it's pretty existential, it's pretty central, and no tool that's used for that purpose runs itself. It takes a lot of active human collaboration. Another thing to keep in mind is that it touches way more different disciplines and parts of your organization than most pieces of enterprise software do. We're talking all the way from IT through customer analytics and data science and marketing and any team that you have focused on customer care. This is not a common set of stakeholders for a piece of enterprise technology software. The third thing to keep in mind is that you don't know right now everything that you're going to want to use this kind of software for in the future. Your strategy is going to change, your customer base is going to change, and the tool itself is going to change. And that makes it very important that you have an active human conversation over time that allows you to adapt to change and to change the way that you actually use the product as your business strategy changes and as the product evolves. A provider of customer data management software should be very opinionated about what is included with the software. That's going to include, of course, things like account management. You need somebody looking after your engagement, taking responsibility for it over time, anticipating your questions and your issues as you would expect in a really thriving partnership. But you're also going to want somebody thinking about adoption on your behalf, somebody who is performing a kind of a sales engineering function to make sure that as your business strategy evolves and as the product itself matures, you never miss an opportunity to find a productive match between those two things. And then, of course, if you have users in a platform, you need those users to be enabled. You need access to training and documentation for both technical and business users. And you need access to a world-class support team so that when you do get stuck or when you see something unexpected or you have a question, you have a timely and a high-quality answer to that question. And if you see that that stuff is not included, then you've got to ask yourself or maybe ask the provider, why isn't there a really clear picture here of what kind of service and support model is the absolute minimum requirement for success using the platform? I would really look for all of those things to be bundled in a non-optional manner with the software itself to illustrate that the provider has a very clear point of view on what the minimum conditions are to be successful using the product. For customers who want more than the basics, there should be other options. Those options should be reasonably priced and flexible. Not only that it doesn't cost too much, but that it focuses much more on scope and deliverables and outcomes and less on professional services by the hour. This way you can flex to your needs over time and change the services that you use over time without getting a new contract. And also, you won't be in the discussion, the very unpleasant discussion over, I bought this many hours, I've used that many, and what's the rate, which doesn't really add value to any relationship. And they should mirror the way that your organization is structured and actually works. Mirroring your organization means structured similarly and having a lot of the same disciplines that you will inevitably have as a consumer business. A technical function may be specialized in data and data management, an analytics function to understand the truths that are hidden in customer data, and a marketing or other form of activation function to use that data in the form of audiences and segments to treat different customers in specific ways at scale in an automated fashion. That's how consumer businesses are structured. That's how consumer businesses operate. So any service provider working with you in these areas should be structured similarly with the same areas of expertise. Regardless of the details, be sure that you're convinced that the provider's approach to software services is grounded in thoughtful design based on experience, having worked with businesses like yours to achieve the kind of results that you're looking to achieve.